and then I go into it. But I believe in the last game, Griffin just maxed W first with just 1 point, and then you're extra slow. But if you have a Karma on your team, taking the Raptors, then going back to his blue side and easily take Dragon. Volibear can easily solo Dragon, no problem. So good objective control here for FlyQuest.
Ooh, and level 6 now, too.
Exactly. That was the perfect example of what Peyz Rush does.
Oh.
Just ult the guy and walk out of it. Call me trying to go for the Emperor's Divide yet again, but once more, not going to find success. Lions now in a little bit of danger. Masu going very far forward, and it's first blood of the 2v2. FlyQuest is blood. And everything that I've been saying about Castle being the 1 point of power for Disguised, there is no teleport available on this Rumble. He can't try to make it down there to attend the Dragon fight. That means that Disguised recognizes there's no real way for them to try to contest this. Griffin used the Stormbringer as soon as the Dragon
It looks
spawned.
like Kisno positioning like he wants to go for it too.
Okay, Kisno tries to jump in. Cryogen's got the tether. They are going to do a ton of damage here to the Wukong, and Kisno's dead before anything else can even happen. Herald secured by Griffin as Castle tries to get away. Quad moving
Here,
up there.
as they showed in week number 1. So nice stuff again from FlyQuest, controlling the objectives.
Karma Tether is part lie detector. Anytime a champion tries to go invisible or bamboozle you, as long as the tether is there ahead of time, you are going to be feeling pretty good, but Griffin's feeling bad. Immediately just exploded. He tried to call the Uber with the Rift Herald, but he couldn't get home safely, and now FlyQuest has already lost their jungler. The fight might go further from here. All out from Gakgos means Masu's grabbing the kill on Castle. This guy's still sticking around. Kisno could be in some danger here as Masu is once more empowered by the Karma shielding the Herald in mid. They're going to take down the tier 1 turret. Masu's got to be a little bit careful here, down to half HP. 3-1 game for FlyQuest, 2,000 gold ahead. Herald walking forward, trying to grab the second charge here. Will it hit? Kaboom! Yes, it does. Sajed will finish it off after it has already accomplished its mission, and FlyQuest with their jungler just now respawning, making his way back out onto the rift.
All good. Back to that Dragon stacking. Just a very slight delay in number 3. It's still going to be a fairly early one here. Kisno is back, though. Kisno could try and go for a steal over the top. Looks like they're going to walk around the outside instead.
Okay, the Drake is already secured. Gakgos here soaking most of the aggro from Disguised early on. Castle has gone behind enemy lines, and he did not want to be there. True Shot Barrage hits Call Me and Kisno. Gakko still looking for a little bit more. Griffin goes through the Hex Gate. The Volibear jumps straight into Disguise as Kisno and Call Me both barely get away. FlyQuest really wants these kills. It's less than 100 HP on either one of them. Griffin is still chasing. Kisno's got plenty of speed for now. Doesn't look like Griffin will be able to catch, but he is looking for it. No. As soon as he walks into
Thinkard's grin had to be with the Hex Gate. It had to be like a, yep, that's not a Hex Gate we should have took. So,
Pretty cool. We'll take it.
Yep, you love that if you're on the FlyQuest side. These guys are now 3,000 gold ahead. They're on Dragon Soul Point. They're going to pick up this tier 1 turret in the top lane. That's going to bring them up to 3 turrets total.
Dragon. And they can start with mid lane pressure, and that's a nice 2 plates.
Yeah, Sajed knocks the crust off of the turret, grabs the first plate for
crust.
free. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember what the actual name for it is. I just call it the crust. So the turret's not crusty anymore. It's knocked towards the mid lane now, as Disguised again try to put in the work on the tier 1 turret as Kisno goes in, makes the engage onto Masu, but now he's in a little bit of danger. CC'd heavily, but not quite dead just yet. Tidal Wave won't hit any targets, splits FlyQuest up. But now with both the Cyclone and the Tidal Wave out of the picture.
Castle around bottom?
That's a lot of tools Disguised don't have. Castle drops the equalizer. Masu goes back over the wall, stays alive for now. Call Me dies, trying to finish off one of the kills. Kisno's down to 400 HP, tries to retreat back towards Castle. The True Shot Barrage over the top takes him low, and Griffin takes him down. Double kill. Back to the Volibear as Castle's on the run and Griffin's on the hunt. Disguised has already lost 4 men. The Bears got a triple Kobe. This animal is wild here in the bottom side river fight, and FlyQuest are going to get the soul for their reward.
So, you ran a poll at the beginning of the game, Flowers.
Yes.
That poll was, can DSG run it? And we run the poll, do you think FlyQuest will get top 4?
I think that number's going to be high.
Do you think that poll would be 100% yes?
I don't think it's going to be 100, because you always got,
you got trolls.
There's always some people in Twitch chat that are ready to play the gamba. They're ready to roll the bones a little
bit.
we
run it. All right. Twitch chat, do you think yes or no?
There's already over 200 stacks.
Nice, nice. All right, well, ain't nothing gonna slow FlyQuest down. Baron, start that right up. Arcane shift in.
When Ezreal Arcane shifts 2 inches away from a Wukong towards the Wukong, you know you've got problems. Oh, Call Me. He's got problems too. He goes in for the Emperor's Divide, and it's just a swing and a miss. He's
Yeah, he's out of there. Call me 45 seconds on that death timer. Call me an ambulance.
Yeah,
that's what it's going to be.
Call me an ambulance, and do call it for me, not for them.
Yeah, he is in the hospital right now. He is recovering as Cryogen is trying to lock up Kizno's Wukong. Gakkos just beats him down. 10-1 game now for FlyQuest. Disguised. I don't really see any way. I don't know.
The way you're saying it.
I'm going to keep saying this. This is...
I'm down with like pizza crust and, you know, like cheese-filled crust. But the way you're saying it though, it sounds.
What if we stuff the crust with damage?
Sounds dirty.
Yeah, that sounds dirty.
I don't know, man.
Well, the bottom lane's dirty now with all of this crust and tower ruins knocked all over the lane as FlyQuest are just rampaging through Disguised's house, and Disguised have nothing to say about it. So Jed and the rest of the team got to try to back up. Defensive Valks get Corki away. Mystic shot still tags him there on the butt. Call Me tries to go in, but the Emperor's Divide finds nothing once more. Quads on a rampage. Sajet is dead. Griffin just continuing to mow everybody else over, and with only Lion still alive on Disguise, the final fight ends before it begins, and FlyQuest with a 12,000 gold lead will just walk this one straight to the Nexus turrets. It was dominance from the laning phase all the way to the Nexus. Masu just jumps in there to complete the ace, grab the last kill on Lions. It's a 15-1 game. It didn't even take 30 minutes to play all the way, and in this upper bracket week 2 matchup, FlyQuest is just looking unstoppable in game 1.
So that the Rek'Sai into the Sion though is a lane where you can get that slow pressure. Now the thing is, they did nerf Rek'Sai's Fury build on. I wouldn't blame you if you were worried that game number 2 would go a similar direction and would be another speed run, but completely different scenario here for DSG.
Yeah, Gakkos has his Sunfire fully completed already, considering he's up against an AD lane opponent in the Rek'Sai. Yeah, you can't 3D print fire. That would be really cool if you could. I would do that. In-game.
It'll be expensive.
All right, FlyQuest with their top laner feeling good, feeling comfortable up there. Griffin's going to move through his own jungle, but Kizno's already waiting for him. The Realm Warp is about to arrive. Call me! Right there, he shows up as soon as the call. 30 seconds on the clock, though, until the Rift Herald spawns. If you're Disguised, do you want to scrap for this?
I mean, it depends on the lane assignments, because I really want to keep making picks. I really feel like DSG, you know, Bard Ultimate is ready to fire off, so maybe we go for a dive.
How about a pick onto Quad right there? Disguise just sends in the hit squad, takes out the enemy mid laner 2 times.
To make sure nobody can see them, and nice little wrap around here. Go for the quick dive. They hit the Q into Bard stun, get their kill, then you can get an objective. Good bounce back game here for DSG. Response though, because Quad has revived.
Yeah, FlyQuest is wanting to answer here at the Rift Herald. Kizno is very low. The Herald is going to go over to the Vi, but now it's already 1 kill for the FlyQuest side. The eyeball is being protected, despite the fact that Kizno was able to claim the objective. They can't get the reward. Call Me tries to get away, but the Realm Warp ends up being his grave.
Peyz being able to give you guaranteed gold as long as you land it, but let's take a look at this dragon fight instead. The setup here, DSG on it. Watch out for Gakkos though.
Yep, the Sion is very, very tanky at this point in time. He's got the quest teleport for the massive shield here, as well as the Drake is claimed by Kizno and Disguise. Griffin trying to get himself away, but a nice Tempered Fate locks him up. Plenty of damage back the other way onto Kizno, but he's not dead yet. Now he is going to fall. Both junglers out of the picture as Call Me dies to Quad off on the right here at the same time. Masu under pressure. Castle looking for the kill, but he won't be able to find it. Deadly Flourish locks him up. FlyQuest beats him down. Masu with a kill as Quad is stuck, but it's Disguised who now have to be careful. The Roar of the Slayer slows him down from Masu's bullet to find the mark. Lions running straight towards the Krusty turret, and it will mark his Krusty grave. An ace for Gakkos.
Kill picked up on their way out. FlyQuest, again, they do get more kills, but that's 2 dragons. Sneaky, stacking up here. Maybe I think Guard's kind of laughing at some of these smites, some of these objectives.
The right side of that fight was a 1v1 early on between Call Me and Quad. Quad ends up winning by flashing over the wall and then throwing out the Unraveled Earth, meaning everybody on DSG has to overcommit to finish the kill. Now Quad does get picked off here in the side lane. Call Me and Lions working together to grab that kill for themselves, brings the FlyQuest mid laner to 3-3 on kills and deaths. Call Me wants to knock down this tier 1 turret. Cryogen is waiting nearby, but the Alistar alone cannot stop this, so Disguised will pick up the first turret of the game 19 minutes in.
And it does go to the Rise, which is good because their investment. Maybe this is an area here now for FlyQuest. Cryogen is right back on the top side of the map. They got to pick themselves. FlyQuest get the kill. Immediately here, Lions is down. Masu able to use his ult to follow up and get the kill. Money into Jin as well. This is dangerous territory.
Ooh, Masu now could be the one in danger as Kizno has found his way onto the enemy AD carry. Sajed finally joins in with a killer instinct. Now Cryogen with a flash over the wall, pulverized, but Sajed gets away with a nice flash of his own. Offensive ulti from Gatkos gets himself away from danger, but is knocked below half health. Will have his teleport with that enchanted mega shield from the quest to bring him back into the fight if he needs it. Kizno still looking around, seeing if maybe there's an opportunity there to go after Quad. This is Soul Point. If Disguise can guarantee that they get it, Decimating Smash from Gatko's not going to find anything. Was hoping Disguise might have been a little bit too arrogant in their movement. Try to just face check into the brush. They won't do so here just yet. Cryogen goes in for the headbutt pull. Only finds it onto the Rex side. Now with a Tempered Fate marking Griffin as gold. They take their chance to go in. Griffin and Quad now under a little bit of pressure as Kizno and Castle were diving in, trying to find the kill, but Gatko's locking up Kizno, looking to take down the Vi. He can't quite kill him here just yet, and finally gets the snap Q to do it. Now Sajed's behind enemy lines. The Kaisa cannot find the assassination here just yet as Castle kills off Griffin. The curve call is opened up, but Sajed has superior artillery, and he finds the Void Seeker to kill off Masu. Gatgos and Cryogen still looking to see if there's anything else they can find. Castle still in the enemy jungle, thinking about maybe if he can get away. Quad is not going to get got just yet. Unraveled Earth plus Cryogen work together to take down the enemy top laner. It's a bloodbath.
He's able to survive anyway for the side of Masu, and then they blast go now. It's kind of a wraparound Flowers, and you're getting the kill here. Opens up the Jin ult. You're stuck in place, and he knows where you are, so it's an easy snipe there. Sajed gets the W. Then we get Hex Gates while the same time as Magical Journey the other way, and people just porting all over the place, and you got the crisscross.
Oh,
wait it.
We're not done yet. Quad and Cryogen going in looking for Sajed this time. A Tempered Fate's going to buy the Disguised AD carry only a moment longer as Griffin and all of FlyQuest collapse to guarantee the kill. While we were in the replay, FlyQuest also secured that third Drake, so Disguised is not on Soul Point. Their stack has been stopped. Kizno is currently in a very compromised position. If he gets caught here, this is potentially barren for FlyQuest. That is a massive blunder from Kizno getting caught at this point in the game. It's 20 seconds on Sajed. It's 35 on Kizno, and FlyQuest are going to start up the Baron. Quad just trying to keep Call Me away. Lions looking for any opportunity to slow this down enough to force FlyQuest off. Castle moving around from the side here, but not really finding a whole lot of anything just yet. FlyQuest do seem a little bit uncoordinated. Gatghost now arriving back into the fight. Baron's down to half HP, but FlyQuest are so low, particularly Griffin, that they don't want to risk sticking around any longer, so Disguised will successfully prevent the Baron.
So I want to go over that from Kizno.
If
because
that is possible. He will be flying into the back line. They will be trying to get those assassinations onto Quad or onto Masu, and it's also that much harder for somebody like Griffin to achieve his goal of bursting down the Kaisa if he finds the angle, but now it's Call Me who ends up getting caught here in the side, just chain CC'd straight to death, and Griffin takes the kill.
Yeah, Griffin on 3 items here punishes the split push right over the wall. Nicely set up. It's Griffin punish right into an easy seismic shove follow-up, and they just delete the Rise. They take away any of that side lane pressure, and starting up Baron already here. Sion is a giga tank, so Sion can tank that thing, but they're sacrificing their mid tower. DSG, not too shabby of a response there. They get the mid tower and then come over for the contest.
Yeah, DSG taking out the tier 2, now trying to wrap around and find their entry into this fight. Masu is alone away from the rest of the team up here in the top lane. Tempered Fate onto the top laner and jungler of FlyQuest as now they want to try to burst down Griffin, and they've already killed him. Sajed takes the kill. The Baron's down to 3,000 HP. Lots of damage onto the FlyQuest players already as Quad and Pickle Gold just to stay alive. Disguise may have found their fight. Castle takes Quad out of the picture, and Disguise kill 2 and take the Baron. Cryogen's about to die now for a third. What a massive swing for DSG.
DSG are on top now. They kill off the Kiana and then Viol right over to the Talia. Now we're looking again.
Yeah, Griffin wanted to go in there for the supreme display of talent, but he misses. Disguised already, and now they're hitting back. Cryogen's likely to die here. Deadly Flourish flies out, not really going to find a whole lot to try to protect the support. Tempered Fate locks up Gatghost, the tier 2 turret down here in the bottom lane, just barely standing. One auto attack honestly should just be able to finish the thing off. Really huge moves coming out from Disguise. They are not slowing down just yet. That Baron fight, Masu being isolated up there in the top lane by himself where he couldn't approach. Meanwhile, Sajed is in the pit, firing at Kathy and Reigns at everything around him. The difference in the way that the 80 carries were allowed to play was massive. And now Disguise, with their 5v4 for the next 10 seconds, are knocking in the front door of the FlyQuest base. The tier 3 turret in mid lane is down.
Restart that hype train for DSG. Flowers. The train is a single kill and being a beast. And honestly, Kizno's done a lot of work this time around too. His smites, getting a lot of these objectives, you know, with the Herald, the Dragon, and of course the Baron was uncontested. But now he's picked.
Up there on the Kizno, right as we're talking about the Tempered Fate keeps him alive for a little bit longer. FlyQuest need to try to get this kill. Ulti from Kizno to try to buffer through some of the CC, but he still dies to supreme display of talent. Castle wrapping around from behind, going after Griffin, takes him out. Now Gakko's absorbing some of the damage from the Rise, but the Actualizer is actually crazy. A double kill for the Rise. It's Call Me, and there ain't no maybe. This man is definitely that Rise that FlyQuest have to fear. Quad tries to escape. Seismic shove defensively. Flash away. Call Me gets the kill anyway. Cryogen and Masu trying to escape, but Castle is on the hunt. Masu forced to run back outside of the walls of his own base. It's only the FlyQuest bottom laners alive. Disguised, looking to push towards the Nexus and take us to a game 3. Disguised, forcing Masu completely out of any sort of defensive position. Cryogen wants to try to do something here, but Castle's already killed Masu. It's Cryogen against all of Disguised, and now not even he stands alone. And Ace goes over to Call Me, and Disguised are going to answer FlyQuest in game 2. We're going to a game 3.
Woo! DSG giving us a carry that helps out melee carries substantially. The healing and shielding coming from Senna to help out Griffin in the attempts at jungle. This is it, crab number 3.
All right, Griffin's going after it, but a nice use of the dredge line to grab Cryogen from Lions as the 2v2 in the bottom lane breaks out, but a ton of damage back on Call Me. He's taken low, tries to use the Q3 to get away, and Kizno kills off Griffin for the first blood. Call Me still alive. He backs away once more. He doesn't have the Fate Seal with the Azir plays not working out. He's definitely locked in as the series has gone forward, but now it's FlyQuest making a play in the bottom lane. It's Lions, the victim of the gank from Griffin.
And nothing inherent. Storm Razor does give you move speed, and they're going to go for a bot play themselves.
Yep, they drop the depth charge onto Masu. Call Me immediately arrives with a Fate Sealed. It lives up to its name. The shutdown even goes over to Sajed. The Aphelios gets paid. Masu gets buried. That's the execution Disguise wanted.
Yeah, nice ult there from Sajed, and then he's got his Gravitum lock up.
Oh no, Call Me though has now way overstayed with Griffin and Cryogen down here. They're looking to grab the punish onto the Yone, but a nice Magnet Storm coming out, tries to lock everybody up. Call Me does die. Griffin's still fighting. He gets a double. Griffin's about to make it a triple if Kizno didn't show up. Cryogen now gets away. Meanwhile, up here on the top side, Castle into the Dominus looking to deal with Gakdos. Oh, never mind. The fight's already over. I tried to. Bottom side, though, Sajed at least did get that first kill. It looked like that was about to be highlight reel material there for Griffin if Kizno didn't show up. Castle almost has the kill on to Gakdos, and yeah, that one's going to round up. He'll take that kill.
Not respecting the teleport timing and the minion wave. If you are close to a minion wave, you're close to a slice and dice. So,
don't feel nice.
You know, good punish from Castle, and we're going to a dragon fight immediately.
Yep, Lions has to try to get away. Quad goes forward to try to get the execution here with the ulti, but he doesn't have enough damage to kill off the Nautilus. Now Call Me in the middle of everybody. Immediately snaps back with a soul unbound. Disguised, they're up 2 Drakes. FlyQuest is up about a chance to win $50 in RP. Buy your very own Vamp Scepter so you can be just like Yone and win your lane after that big power spike. As Call Me going for the dive underneath the tier 1 turret. Gets a lot of Quad's health bar, but not the entire thing. Over the wall comes Lion, sets it up for the dredge line. Shield from the Dawning Shadow helps try to keep Quad alive, but it's not quite enough. Call Me and Lions get their mark and they get away.
Here comes the reinforcements as well. Griffin and Cryogen are on the way. Can they trap?
Ooh, Masu's very low. Moonlight Vigil doesn't hit him, very fortunately, because that would have been some scary stuff. Bottom side here, you can see Lions getting away, but Cryogen manages to take the kill onto Call Me. They would have rather had Griffin pick up that kill, but hey, kill's a kill one way or the other, so they'll send that one over to the Rel. Meanwhile, back up here in the top side, you can see Gakko still with the health advantage in the 1v1, while the Herald is summoned up in the bottom lane, looking to force down the tier 1 turret. Griffin staying alive for now, does hop into the Herald, but immediately the car crashes, and Kizno's found at the scene of the crime. Castle has arrived into the mid lane. Gakkos is still back up there in the top side. FlyQuest grouped up as 4, but they got to be careful of the Renekton flank. Dragon down to 2,000 HP. FlyQuest stepping in. It's going to be stolen by Griffin, but into the back line goes Call Me. Now he's intercepted by Griffin. Between Worlds, Gakkos is buying so much space with the Dawning Shadow over the top. Quad grabbing the kill onto Call Me. A beautiful scat of the week here yet again. Disguised are trying to fight back. Sajid with a kill onto Griffin. Quad and Gakkos looking for a little bit more. They'll slow down the Renekton. Cryogen continues his chase. Sajid is in danger. There's the scat of the week. The cleanse will not matter. He's struck down as Quad wants more. Kisner and Castle try to get out, but Cryogen's ready on the flank. He stuns up the Renekton. He may just die himself. They want to try to turn it back around, but Cryogen's staying alive. Kisno's down. Double kill over to Gakkos. Ace for FlyQuest.
Now, of course, even with the cleanse, not going to be able to get away from this one. I think this was a cooler chase down, though, because they go around the little raptor pit here. Back onto Baron, though, Flowers. FlyQuest burning it through. It doesn't look like there's any steal opportunity. Diana very far away, but...
yeah. FlyQuest, though, look at the health bars. Quad and Cryogen are both at about half. The Baron's down to 3,000. Kisno's not here just yet. The Baron is going to be secured by Griffin, but what about the fight after? Lions in the middle of everybody. Cryogen trying to keep everyone away. Griffin putting the pressure onto Sajid, and he's already killed him. Disguised AD carry down. Lions goes right back into his own grave. A double kill back to the Mbess as Kisno goes golden, only to stay alive an extra half second. Call Me can't do anything here on the Yone. As Masu is under pressure from Castle, it's a triple kill back over to Griffin. The Mbessa is running wild. Castle's the only man standing. FlyQuest wanted a Baron. They're going to get an ace on the side. It's a quadra kill over to Griffin. Griffin!
Sajid, even with Sajid flashing away, that means literally 0 to Mbessa. Infinite dashes there. Takes him.
FlyQuest want to mount the pressure here with this Baron. The tier 2 turret's going to get the crust knocked off of it. Call Me, Griffin, everybody just showing up around here in this mid lane, disguised. They need to try to defend, but Call Me with the Yone has got to be so careful every time he steps up. Even with Soul Unbound, if you get CC'd, you might just get completely destroyed before you can snap back.
Yeah, there's plenty of damage here to back it up on the side of FlyQuest. Griffin holding down mid lane, buffing up those minions. Meanwhile, the rest of the squad takes the second tier 2. Bottom side, top side of the map, of course, Renekton is trying to get a little something back for the side of DSG, but it's just a mountain of gold here for FlyQuest. Hard for a wombo combo AoE team to fight a FlyQuest squad that is set up with the carry jungle Mbessa like this, but also has other damage-dealing champions, because you still need to get a big AoE,
120 splinters already collected means that the damage is through the roof on this guy. Over on the other side, Castle at least does have his Spear of Shojin and Stridebreaker combo, so the Renekton can be kind of a threat. Gakkos with Between Worlds tries to go right back in after Call Me. Masu's showing up here to try to help his top laner. Call Me in a 1v2, and he might just win it. He's got the first kill. Call Me does die, and Gakkos gets back away, making a 1-for-1 and a 2v2 down here in the bottom lane, but most of it was that 1v2 from Call Me, getting something that honestly FlyQuest shouldn't have given over to him, but now Griffin wants to get something back here in the mid lane. Public Executions forces the flash out of Sajid.
Yeah, good flash there. Have to use it on that ultimate this time around. Castle will be able to finish up the Tower of Flowers. You almost got to do another Call Me ambulance play over there.
Almost.
Yeah. Maybe call the ambulance very quickly for Castle.
Yeah, Gakkos is going to stop him here with a 2-fold Hex. Prevents the recall. Castle wants to try to get away, and he's going to go very far away to another plane of existence. Actually, we'll see you in heaven, Mr. Crocodile. 50 seconds.
Syncs up so nicely. Delay the death timer in the alcove. Now, Baron does take a while to burn, but they have so much damage. I want to see how quickly they can burn through this.
Okay.
They're getting some vision over the back. DSG being very, very cautious. It's still 13, 12 seconds left on Castle. So even with the Baron not going down super quickly or anything, seems like FlyQuest pretty easily have this one in hand, and the best that DSG can do is just split push with Yone.
Okay, Call Me's going to get whatever he can. Really got to get all the way out of there now. Nicely done with Cryogen and Quad working together to force Castle back. That means that Disguised has no chance to try to defend this tier 2 turret here in the top lane. Remember that all tier 3s are still standing, but that is the final structure collapsing outside of the Disguised base. So now it is the siege ready to begin as FlyQuest have the 2 Baron Enchanted Cannon minions up here in the top lane, just about ready to knock off that second plate, but barely miss out on the damage they need. Instead, FlyQuest going to use their chance, go after the red buff right now. Cryogen is in danger, kept alive there by the Dawning Shadow. Kizno buying time here in the stasis, staying alive for now. Griffin making so much space, going in after Call Me. Kizno's already down, Lion's going to be your second kill. 5v3 on the map, and it's about to get even worse. A double for Griffin. Sajet is gone, and Castle's behind all of FlyQuest with his dominance, but it won't matter. There's no chance for the Renekton to go in, as FlyQuest will just kick their way through the front door. Tier 3 turret in mid lane drops. Inhibitor is the next target, and it's Call Me and Castle tasked with holding the line in an impossible situation. FlyQuest with the 5-man push, going after the first Nexus turret. They've got the Baron Enchanted minions. They've got the cannon for the extra DPS on the structures. Castle cannot approach. He has no ultimate here on the Renekton. He's got half a Fury Bar. He goes in for the Ruthless Predator. He buys only a moment as he's shot down. He's out of there. FlyQuest are going to kill off the solo laners. They'll make their way onto the Nexus, and they'll take the series 2-1.
Griffin is the blender, and he was making Ophelia.
Rune Prison's pretty much it to try and get you clear. Immediately into stuff like a Mumu, as an Mumu enjoyer, is just miserable.
Yeah.
But nothing like that here.
Yeah, I do think the Ultra Mega Fire Team B-Boy have not had a good time in the 2v2s whatsoever, as Morgan in some trouble here. Fudge overheating there, and Zinni gonna have his egg popped. Quid won't have the damage to be able to finish him off, so does get that passive out, which always leaves that possibility of a gank open. But Jose is down towards bot side, looking for a potential dive. Morgan getting zoned off on the top side as well. B-Boy gonna go forward, dashes over, flashes back, barrier is popped, gets the first blood, and he's still alive, as nothing's able to happen on the top side for Shopify, but on the bot side, they get the...
With the advantage in the fight and the stronger smite.
Yeah, Zinni now getting chased down. I don't know if he has his passive back yet. Quid threatening with the Realm Warp, flashing out there from Zinni. The Ghost, though, is just making the difference. He's just chasing him down. Flashes past the stun, knocks him down. Jose gets the kill, but let's be honest. Continue this bullying that is happening up on the top side. More of these minions will get denied. He'll move down to help Contracts secure the grubs. And he's up a good 20 CS. Zinni's going to be in trouble. No flash. Going to get Cataclysm. The Rumble Equalizer does come down. Can Zinni survive? Flash forward from Contract. The ulti comes through. Quid able to finish him off, but the passive came back. Yep, going to be able to start that one up. Morgan just TPs up towards top side. He did just complete his Eclipse, so going to be really strong at this moment in time. Fudge just also used his TP, so no one's going to join. It won't be contested. Quid had some nice trades there onto Zinni, and CoreJJ just kind of very low. Nice stun, though, does peel. B-Boy, though, going aggressive. Cullen comes out onto Yon. Yon's going to have to try to get out of there. Core taking a lot of damage there as Fudge arrives with the teleport. Equalizer's going to get dropped. Morgan gets walled off, but the Hex Drinker isn't going to help him stay alive. Just barely does not, as Fudge is able to pull it off, but now Jose, if I can drag sidestep, can't sidestep the Cataclysm, though. He did buy it, so... Yeah, I haven't seen the Fimbulwinter build. I don't know if he's just going to sell the Giant's Belt now, or if it is going to be a Fimbulwinter because he bought it. Yon's still up a good 30 CS and is doing really well as far as the farm is concerned. Oh, you can see the reaction.
That's when he bought the Giant's Belt?
Okay, that looks like that was an oopsie. Slaps himself in the head. Hits himself with a literal facepalm. So is he going to sell it and just kind of take the L, or is he going to try to do something different and go Fimbulwinter? Or is he just going to have a random Giant's Belt in his inventory for a long time and just try to like ignore that he did that and, go Lost Chapter next and kind of standard tank? So as soon as there's not a tower in your lane, you kind of have to just back off and accept when those minion waves do come to you. TL, though, going to use the Herald here. Jose threatening on the side, and this should be a tower going down. Going to be able to knock down that mid lane tier 1. Core and Yon just happy to take any trade with the Nami sustain. It's going to be beneficial for them as long as they don't get 100-0, but in comes Contracts, flashes for the culling there. Not enough to kill off CoreJJ, and now Contracts in a world of trouble trying to survive is going to go down as Morgan arrives. In comes the Equalizer as well. Seos in trouble, flashes over the wall. Fudge trying to get something happening here on the Morgan. Morgan to be able to dash back, though, as Quid is in the mix, trying to get the damage down onto Zinni. Zinni kiting back. Yon going to be stunned up. He's just firing rockets over the top. No one going down, but Contracts as Zinni is crushing them. Is going to be able to finish off Yon. Yon does fall. Quid still trying to make something happen on the side against B-Boy. Can't quite do it. Zinni in the extended. Hey, I can survive this, or it's not worth it or something, but does end up getting punished, does end up going down. Zinni now opening up a nice little gold lead for himself. He's working on this top tower. It will eventually go down to the Onivia. So Zinni going to be getting stronger and stronger. His Archangels is ready.
Misclick.
It is. It really is. Jose, though, going a bit aggressive here onto Fudge, who will overheat. He's going to get thrown into the Cataclysm. Nice sidestep, and the flag and drag back through, too. In comes the ulti onto Quid, though. They're going to try to turn it around. Yon trying to get in, but he's held out by Zinni. Zinni gets hit by a big chunk from that Foss Bomb, though. Morgan getting zoned out on the side. B-Boy now going to be hitting the flag and drag as he comes out of the Rune Prison. In comes the Realm Warp. Will they go for it? B-Boy's got no health at all. He's knocked down by Jose, and they want more, and they're going to get it. Seos falls as well. Zinni's still on the side fighting with Morgan, but Morgan's just going to flash in on top of him. In comes the Valk from Yon into the egg, and it's scrambled Onivia for dinner. They get another kill. They still see Contracts as well in the ward. Are they just going to go straight for a Baron here? I think that they should.
I think this is the game breaker right now, as long as they're able to secure this Baron. Remember, though, 18,000 health on the Baron, and it shreds. They can't kill it very quickly, but it is a 5 versus 2, and Core JJ is chasing the Vi away.
Yeah, Contracts just going to have to leave the scene. Will be spotted walking between the waves, so now they know it is completely uncontested. And now they're going to push out waves at the same time. Morgan goes top, Yon goes mid.
But at the same time, it possibly delays their soul. Since they're deciding to maximize their gold from the Baron and the turret, they lost the pole position on the Drake. So Empowered Recall's coming in from Ryze and Jarvan. No teleport, no Realm Warp, so no way of actually stopping this Infernal. If Shopify can withstand this Baron, it's potentially okay, since it allows Quid Jose to kind of freely move throughout this fight.
The coach cam.
As Spawn is a little bit stressed on the way this fight goes.
Least stressed coach. Okay, now he's happy. Now he needs 340 more, and then he's going to power spike.
It's the correct pivot.
Yeah.
I think it's better than Rylai's, and it's a Giant Spelt item that will eventually pay off and work with the Archangels.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just some tankiness. Seems totally fine. It'll give you a lot of extra shields when it does actually fully complete, but that's going to be, who knows, maybe the game will be over before then. It takes a long time to stack those double tiers as Contracts look to try to smite that away. And Jose just poking on the side here with Yon. TL pushing in, but they're waiting for Quid in the bot lane, who's trying to get things moving.
Yeah, really important moment in the game right now, though. We've seen a lot of games globally slingshot back in gold if teams aren't careful enough with their first Baron and with their bounties. So just a bit of a recap on that game getting very close if Team Liquid make actually one small mistake. So they feel like they're in control right now, but they gotta play clean.
Contract's the one making the mistake as he goes forward, tries to take down Jose. Jose getting locked into the tower, gets the shutdown. Contract survives thanks to the heal and the breath of life coming out from the Melio. And now let's see, can Shopify get something more? They have the man advantage, but I think they're gonna be...
They took Baron instead of the third Drake, and they've really just made, I think, this game has gone on longer and longer. If I think about the way Sentinels played yesterday, they were on top of that Drake cooldown every single time. They got 8 Drakes to 0 in that entire series. And now, a couple mistakes could cost them, but they're trying to push mid with this small window.
Yeah, Contracts is just going to go down. Jose's going forward here. B-Boy trying to get some damage done as a nice equalizer comes across. Yon just goes forward. Flashing to the side is B-Boy, but he's gone already. Fudge is going to fall as well. And just like that, I think it's the end of the game. Morgan goes forward, knocks down one. It is going to be all 5 from Shopify going down as Morgan grabs a triple. TL grab a clean ace in the base, and they are going to wipe up game 1.
So as I was saying, Azale, name of the game is give gold to Yon, because he's really good. And as we see, because he had the lead, he flies into the base, eliminates Shopify, and just like that, it's over.
It ends the way it started. Yon and Core crushing it.
Then use the Bard to take over the rest of the map, as Bard does, but it's not a big surprise that Team Liquid has picked for the lane rather than necessarily some extra plate acceleration, but in terms of the actual win condition of Soul, would greatly delay it for Team Liquid.
It would, but I'm going to be interested to see, will they go top with Nocturnal, right? Because then it feels more worth it. Like, if Fudge Meganar is out and then it expires, and then you go top with Nocturnal and Renekton, but he's recalling, so never mind. I was going to say, sometimes people...
Speaking of having Yunar and Core on your team, Jose pathing back down, so unlikely we see that. But Contracts might be going for a play up top, actually.
Yeah, Core is here in mid lane. Zinni could be in a little bit of trouble. Gonna look for the shift. He's just dead. He shifts out, but it is way too late. Nicely done. They don't even need to use the shockwave.
Wow.
Quid just able to finish him off there with the distance. B-Boy's in a great spot. He's going to be tough to kill again this game. On the Xayah, Quid flashing forward. Going to be a trade of flashes. Core looking for the Tempered Fate does connect.
I think they got him.
Anytime the binding, he can. Of course he can. It's another easy kill here for Quid, but Yon on the bot side, maybe going to get taken down. B-Boy does commit the flash and the Featherstorm, gets the kill, completes the role quest. Yon has lost like 3 waves here, but now Quid is coming in from behind. Still has the shockwave available. Can he get there for B-Boy? Connects on the shockwave, but on the other side, Quid is in a lot of trouble here from Contracts. Will survive though, because Contracts had already used the Cyclone earlier.
This is crazy. He's going too hard about needing to be ahead of the other AD carry. He knows his soul laners are in a great spot right now, so he just needs to be late game insurance for the soul laners who are likely to carry the game.
Yeah, Core could be in some trouble here. Tries to go for the defensive ulti. He gets scooped over the wall. Zinni just saved him. Whoa. And the shockwave across everybody. There's the knockwave. Yon, Jose, and Quid delete him as Zinni is playing for the wrong team. He scooped Core across the wall, saved him, and his whole team dies.
There ain't no way. That is just insult to injury right there. Core JJ, the most dead a Bard should be, and it felt like as he got scooped, everyone else got ulted. Like, how insane was that timing into a 4-man shockwave from Quid, who has the most damage on the team. Just an insane sequence. And now Morgan's trying to dive B-Boy.
Yeah, Morgan has to flash out, but in case you missed it, the Power Spike moment means that MasterCard card holders can click on the link pinned in chat for their chance to win $50 in RP. So thanks, Jose. Try to go get that now. The Soul lane's so far ahead for TL. I want to see that replay, because Core was just trying to self-ult to delay. He was trying to keep himself alive.
Yeah, even if it's a late replay, like we need to show this play, we need to see that play again. Fudge, he's toast. He's dead too.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for Fudge there, and that is going to be an ISO death here. And our stats guy was digging up some interesting stats.
I've heard about this.
To stay the least here. What do you think?
Not a good look for either player. So the good news is Baus is on a 4-game win streak. After starting with 4 straight losses. So does this mean Fudge is going to lose 4 games in a row and then win 4 games in a row?
Let's find out.
If they are actually the same player.
The real question is not how many ISO deaths it is. It's how many good deaths you have, you know? How good are those ISO deaths?
How much damage per death are you able to pull off as well?
Yeah, and unfortunately this one, Fudge is not getting a lot. It is nearly a 6,000 gold lead at 15 minutes, which...
Coaching baby, yes! Yeah. Told me to do that.
Ooh, he's a Mage Ice. Quid is feeling it this game, as that is going to be a forced ult out from B-Boy. Okay. Shadow Flame's almost done. He's got 14 stacked Mage Ice, a Luden's tier 3 boots, and a 3,000 individual gold lead at 16 minutes. What do you think?
I think he's fed. But, as we were saying, I do feel like our feel for what a throw used to be is no longer what a throw is. And it's because the magnitude of your mistake is multiplied more in this season than in past seasons. So objective bounties are even on right now. Quid is worth 1,000 gold. Jose is worth like 700, close to 800 gold if you count assist gold. So if somehow they just like, those two try and make a hero play, doesn't work, they both die, and objective bounty's taken, we'd be in like a 2,000 gold game.
B-Boy has no ult, so we'll see if they are going to send it here. They do have that Orianna Shockwave up and available, as well as the Nocturne ulti. Shopify rallying the troops to try to defend. But I do agree, yeah, we have seen a lot of throws. There's so much gold in the game. And players are worth a lot less gold very quickly when you die multiple times in a row. Yeah. Bounties are worth so much, objective bounties. There can be massive swings, but this would have to be a truly huge swing, as it is just about 8,000. Now it did crest 8,000 briefly before going back under it. They're losing control of their jungle. They're losing every lane on the map, it feels like, at this point. And TL gonna get engaged on. Quid immediately flashes back. Here comes the Nocturne ult. Are they gonna send it? Shockwave is up and available. They're gonna land it onto Contracts. Contracts trying to run away, but Jose is flashing there to follow. The Tempered Fate does not connect beyond. Dueling here with B-Boy on the side. We'll just back it up, and they'll take the 1 kill on them. So it's just so hard, right? When there's only one person who's strong, you just gotta throw everything at them. They have to run the whole fight, and it's hard to get much damage out. I
mean, just look at the, not only is it a big gold lead, but it's a big inventory lead. It's like 2.5 items on everyone.
It's gonna be good though. Morgan in some trouble up on the top side as B-Boy just runs up there with Fudge. They're gonna try to look to chase him down. The Featherstorm's actually gonna get committed, even though B-Boy was full health and Morgan wasn't even popping the ult, but they do get the kill. It goes to Fudge.
It's a nice shutdown. Should help Fudge in the side there. I'd say pretty smart there by B-Boy to just shadow Fudge. Oftentimes you're thinking that it's only a jungler or even a mid laner that's going to be up there, but there's no realistic way that Shopify would ever take a fight anywhere else on the map. So they catch Morgan just being a little bit cheeky with an over-aggressive trade. At least they're going to stop him from getting
force them to come into and then just try to take a fight. You know, that really, I think, is going to be the recipe for success. Quid going to be able to spot Zinni. Already saw contracts in the area as well as Core, again, just moving forward. Morgan is there, the entire TL squad now in the area, so confident to move forward as Jose is here. Nice little engage coming through. Can they find the combo? Tempered Fate defensively onto Core. Good scoop back from Zinni, trying to flash away, but Morgan flashes in on top of him, and Quid goes godlike. Fudge is on the run. Seos is already gone. B-Boy can't even get involved. Contracts is still alive, but he's kind of in the wrong spot, and he's going to get spotted now. Contracts has no chances. Look at that shockwave. Just deletes him, and the Baron is going to go down next. B-Boy, get in there, buddy.
25 stacks.
Yeah, we're hoping,
he made it.
We're hoping for a Feather Storm steal or something at this point. I mean,
give it up.
It's looking cooked.
Give it up. White, raise the flag. You're not. He's going to try.
You got to.
A Q.
You're down 1,000,000 gold. Just pray.
It's a 1,400 damage. 176 damage alt, 631 on the W. So even if he doesn't Q, that's like
15, 1,600 damage from RW.
Yeah. B-Boy has 1,900 health.
Yep. And then guess what? Nocturne ult does damage too. So
uh-oh.
So it's problem. We'll see.
Oh, he's gone. We did.
We didn't miss it. That just happened. Zinni is just deleted. That is a true damage. Orianna knocks him down in a hurry. TL marching on the base. There's no reacting to that.
Is this the scrim TL that was promised? Is this why we had them #1 in the power rankings? Look at this.
I think so. I mean, this is looking tough. Welcome to the LCS, Zinni. He's 0-5-0. Contract's going to look for the engage, but Quid, even the basic abilities, deals so much damage. Morgan is zoning him out on the other side. Quid survives, and B-Boy cannot say the same. TL looking to finish this one off in a hurry. It's 23 minutes in, and they are just hitting the Nexus. TL going to be able to close out the series. Fudge chasing after Core JJ, trying to get something, scoops him back. Seos goes in, they get a shutdown. Zinni is back, can they hold the line? Fudge falls down here to Yon. Seos trying to run away. Zinni going to erect a tower, see if he can hold on for a little bit longer. You can see Morgan's going back to base. They may have just barely survived.
He wants to base TP because he's low on health and they want to end, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're just going to continue pushing forward. Here comes the teleport. Seos has got to make his move right now. Zinni's just going to get ran down. Can't connect onto Yon as Yon goes on a killing spree. Contracts is back up. So is B-Boy. Eyes on the Nexus, though. TL trying to get one more kill. They do pick it up. They knock down the Nexus. They sweep Shopify. And what a monster game.